Um, but basically, the reason we're doing this is I just want to congratulate you, man. You're actually our Gridiron Football National Player of the Week. We actually get people, coaches sending nominations from Louisiana, Texas, Mississippi, Florida, I mean, around the country. And out of
Ooh,
all those performances, you were top performance of the week in the nation. So congratulations, man. Congratulations on a great performance. Tell me what kind of game that was, and just going into it, did you think that you're going to have that type of game on Friday night?
going into the game, I don't know. I just, I just was riled up. I was just ready. Week of preparation. I don't know. I was just excited. So I just played my hardest every play, every snap.
Yeah, you definitely did because I mean, coach, and what I mean, 10 carries, I mean, half of them went for touchdowns. It's like, all right, we're gonna run it to Chad. Next play, get the kick extra point team ready and
Right.
make sure get them ready because good chance. I mean, obviously from Friday night, Chad's got 50% chance of getting in the end zone, right?
That's it. That's it. Yes, there was at least one time during the game where we called a play and I grabbed the next running back and I said, "Look, you're going in on the next play." And of course, Chad ripped off a really nice run, hopped over a guy, ran through three tackles, spun out, and then and ripped off another 50+ yarder. And I said, "Well, you're not going in next play. Sorry, next series." That did happen at least once.
Come on, Chad, why you gotta do your guy like that, huh? Yeah, but so also look back at it. So actually, and there's been some great running backs at Ascension Catholic. I mean, Juice Williams, and like Germaine, I mean, it's just really been a lot of great running backs that going through the program. But you're on top of the record book. I mean, you actually beat Juice's record for most rushing yards in the game, and you only did it on 10 carries. So, what does that record mean to you, knowing all the great running backs that have been through there and that your name's on top of the record book?
It means a lot. It means that I'm special. You know, especially it's like a dream come true. I always wanted to break a record, so I'm very excited. When I saw it, because I didn't even know, my dad called me this morning and told me I was excited. I was so ready to go to school. I,
Have you heard from Germaine or Juice about from him yet on being the record?
no, sir.
Okay, I'm sure he's going to contact you pretty soon. He probably heard about the news as soon as you did, so you'll probably get hear from him. But what touchdown stood out the most to you? You had five, so I mean, obviously they stand out. But is there one that stands out most among the rest from Friday
The
night?
last one, the last one, when I broke through three people, it
That
was
was
like
the
I
one
just
Coach
kept my
said.
leg.
Yep.
That's right. I just kept my legs moving, and I just got out of there the best way I could.
Yeah, I mean, what you said, you said you ran through what three tackles, spun off a couple. Was that is that his most? I mean, we were there for the jamboree, and we saw what he was able to do there, the kickoff return, and some of the plays he was able to make. Was that so far at this point of the season? Was that his top run of the season to this point?
Ooh, that's a good question. If I had to pick one, it probably would have been that one. But for me, it's actually nothing new for Chad at all. See, I've been seeing him work and seeing the things that he's been able to do for the last 3 years now. So you guys are just now getting to see all this. But like he had to sit for a whole year his freshman year because he wasn't eligible. Like he's been doing stuff like this for a long time. He's been working his tail off in the weight room for a long time. I'm just happy that you guys are now starting to get to see all the things that we've always known that Chad could do. That's what I'm happy about.
Yeah, coach, we're slow, but we tend to catch up a little bit. So it was like now we're catching up. Correct me if I'm wrong, coach. But did he start off playing a lot receiver and playing more running back, or was he always running back for y'all?
So last year he split time between receiver and running back.
Yeah. Okay.
But this year, knowing that we were going to go to more of a ground based game, We always knew he was going to spend most of his time at running back. But when we go 2-minute drill and we know we're going to throw it a whole bunch, and we ask our back to be in protection more often, that's when he'll go ahead and move to the slot receiver. Yeah, it's just in 2-minute packages.
Okay, because I remember Chad last year we were calling games for Episcopal, and Chad was playing a lot of receiver there too. So, what does that mean having that Chad going back to you, having that experience as a receiver to really help you as a running back, kind of show off that versatility?
Um,
So it's just ball, dude.
Yeah,
Right. It's just ball.
It's just regular. So, it helped me like get more part of the game than just playing running back.
Yeah. It definitely does. Give a shout to your guys up front, right? I mean, there's only so much you can really do, right? But I know
Right,
the
the
big
linemen
guys, like,
helped
hey,
me
they
a
need their
lot.
say too.
So, shout out the linemen, but they helped me a lot.
Oh
Because
yeah.
there were a couple of those runs, Jace, that he didn't get touched. There were a few. There were a few.
Yeah,
Which those are fun too. Let's be honest, those are fun too.
I mean, it's hard to touch him regardless. So, but he gets some good blocking. That makes all the difference. So yeah, just incredible, incredible performance for sure. To see him do that. Uh, yeah. So I mean, that was just a great performance, and then great that I gave you a shout out to the offensive line right there. But how important was this for y'all just have a bounce back game? Because I know y'all came up just short against Episcopal. I know it was and there were some calls at the end too. I've heard all about it throughout the week.
How it goes.
But for
That's
y'all,
how it
it's
goes.
just like, yeah. But either way, win or lose from that game, it was going to be coming off an emotional game, throwing games at the end. What was just what the message coach gave y'all just moving forward and just trying to bounce back and just keep the energy high moving on to the rest of the season?
Main thing was just flush it and just move on to the next because at that point it was nothing we could have did about it. So we just prepared for the next week. We got the win, and then now I feel that we have more momentum. So we should put up a good performance these next weeks.
Yeah, for sure. And coach, just like rest of the season, just looking ahead. I mean, y'all played some tough games as far as like Episcopal and Dunham, and really y'all were right there. Had chances to win those football games. So just having that experience moving forward, I know y'all gonna be favorites for the district too. Just from having that experience in those close games, how do you think you can build off of that just moving forward the rest of the season?
Well, look, regardless of the outcome of both of those games, those games and Archbishop Hannon and Opelousas Catholic. I
Right.
mean that four game stretch when we were scheduling it, we were thinking that we wanted to match something that would look like a playoff run. A long stretch of playoff caliber opponents who are going to tough, and we're going to have to play really, really well to even give ourselves a chance to win those games. And we saw the schedule pay off last year in the playoffs, where we were able to rip off several good performances in a row, and we're hoping that experience will give us the same sort of preparation, because regardless of what happens these next few weeks, beginning week 11, it's a big step up in competition again. And without that tough little stretch of games, maybe we wouldn't have the same confidence. We wouldn't know how we'd match up with a tougher opponent. We don't know if we've been able to put together 2 really good games in a row, 3 good games in a row. Well, the fact that we've had to do it, well, if you can do it once, you can do it again.
Yeah. Yeah. Simple as that. Simple as that. I
Absolutely.
mean, it was right there. I was just right there. I mean, just one play here or there. It's the other way around. So, I mean,
Absolutely.
that just comes with football, comes to show y'all. Now, yeah, just promote what's coming up next. What's this Friday's game or this week's game, Chad? We got playing this week.
East Iberville Thursday at home. I expect it to be a good game, you know.
You're gonna give a shout out to the Bulldog Nation to come make the travel on Thursday?
For sure. I want everybody to come and support us, you know, because, you know, we would like to put on a good performance.
Oh
Give the
yeah.
home crowd a W for a change.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And 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 I predicted to be our first win at home. So, you
Okay.
know,
Yeah, yeah. Get that home field advantage crank up and going, right? Get some wins at their home field. So, Chad, you actually joined a pretty impressive list right now. We've done 5 of these so far. So you join Juwan Johnson, who's a LCA LSU commit, quarterback. You join a receiver from Texas at Westwood High School, Harlan Berry from St. Martin's Episcopal, Evangel Christian receiver Parker Fulgham, and Cavante Landry from Lafayette I as our player of the week. So you're a sixth guy this year. Congratulations on that performance. And any last words or just reaction to you being named player of the week in the not only in the state but around the country?
nothing really. I'm just excited. I really don't know what to say, but you know, I just gotta keep working.
And Coach, I know you're saying that we're just starting to really, learn more about Chad and what he really does on the football field. But what's your really pitch and what's your message to college coaches on what kind of player they would get if they decide to recruit Chad into their program?
Uh, First and foremost, you're getting a good young man. You're getting a guy who is always willing to share the spotlight. He doesn't like this. I can promise you. He does not. He doesn't really like this. Look, he's excited and it's fun, but he's a team guy. He's a team guy first. He's a high character guy. He never has a bad day. You always see that smile that he's been flashing plenty today. Like we see it a whole bunch. And obviously, if you put on the tape, you can see that he can play as well. But you're getting a smart kid, you're getting a hardworking kid, you're getting a good young man.
Absolutely, guys, and viewers watching this, if y'all haven't heard the name yet or haven't, go check him out because he is a major sleeper in the state of Louisiana. Nobody's really talking about. So hopefully this helps promote him out a little bit. Appreciate Coach for the nomination too, for nominating Chad. Congratulations, Chad, on an excellent
Thank
win
you.
and excellent performance. And looking forward to talking to you a lot more in the future and having more interviews with you, man. So congratulations and good luck this week.
Thank you.
All right, not a problem. Chad Elzy, our Gridiron Football Player of the Week for Week 6.